Alrighty, welcome to another Vintage Cube draft. You know what? I've decided I'm going to play the Magic Online League again because I haven't actually won a trophy. I've 2-1 like my last 5 drafts here. I want to win, and to win, I'm going to take Caracas. That's what we're going to start with. I do think Force of Will is great, and I think it's between those two cards. I don't think Prismatic Vista is in the same caliber, but I think Caracas is too good. There's also a Tali here, but Caracas, some decks just can't beat it straight up, and I think it's a fantastic card. Like, it's just a really good combo with your own cards and really good against theirs. So, this pack's pretty weak, but there is a Mother of Runes, and I just took Caracas. I think that actually is the pick. You might wheel Giver of Runes here. There's a Guy's Cradle and a Tundra, but Mother of Runes is quite a bit better than those. All right, let's take Mother of Runes. Let's see where we're going. Oh, there's Thalia. You know what? Sometimes, if you can't beat him, join him. I lose to Mother of Runes, Thalia plenty. Now it's someone else's turn. There's also Fire Covenant and Pyrokinesis and Troll. Those are all great cards. But if Mono White is open, it can be really good, and it leads to some very fun games. So let's see if we can get there. Well, probably have to diverge here because there's an Asika's Chariot and a Mox Opal and a Temple Garden and a Dark Ritual. These are some strong cards. Well, Temple Garden is not very strong. It's just okay. And a Mystical Tutor. None of them are for mono white. I don't think I take a mono white card. I think I just take a different, a card for a different deck and just see kind of what comes out. I could take Chariot because white green is good, but I could also just take a Mox Opal here, kind of abandoning Mother Runes and Thalia. It's also Mystical Tutor, though. That's pretty far away. Nothing here is that good. I think I'll take Mox Opal. There's a chance I end up wanting to play it. And then here, there's a Windswept Heath and a Figure of Destiny. Like, if I got a, Chrome Host Seed Shark into Urza or something like that, that would be a very different story here. I might pivot into that. I might just take Windswept Heath, though Figure is very good, too. I think I just say Mox Opal is kind of a missed pack, and I think I just take the Figure here. And then now there's Pest Infestation and Virtue of Loyalty. Had I taken Windswept Heath over Figure, I could have taken Temple Garden and Windswept Heath and then taken Pest Infestation. There's also Miscalculation, which I think white-blue is pretty good. I think Virtue of Loyalty is pretty replaceable, so I'll just take the Pest Infestation. Though here, I'm just going to take Elite Spellbinder. I think that's very justifiable over Sunfall, Paradise Druid, Mana Confluence, any of those. All right. I mean, we'll keep our options open, have a Mox Opal and a Pest Infestation kind of lurking in the sideboard, but I'm not very likely to want to use them. All right, and here there's Benevolent Bodyguard and Kutsil Malamet Exemplar. Kutsil's good if you're white-green, but I just think I'd just take Benevolent Bodyguard. I don't really need to get another color in. Now there's Qasali Pride Mage and Once Upon a Time. Silent Clearing is not a 0. Ooh, if I end up in Lurrus? What if we end up in Lurrus? This deck could be a Lurrus deck. I think I will take Silent Clearing, though. And now there's a Lush Portico. Fine. I'll take the Lush Portico. Maybe we'll be green-white. I think that's better than Indatha Triumph, given where we are. It's unlikely to end up wanting both green and black mana. And Lush Portico is a Surveil land. I really like having one of those, especially if you end up with a fetch land. All right, here there's more tap lands. There's also an Ether Spellbomb. Wow, this could be a good Lurrus setup. I might just take Shadowy Backstreet, though there is Spar's Headquarters. I just like Surveil lands a lot more, so I would rather take those. Also, I think white-black is a pretty good combination. There's a couple black cards I like splashing. You can splash Removal, you can splash like Thoughtseize, that sort of thing. The main reason I don't like white-green and why I've been kind of resisting it here is that I don't think that white gets a whole lot by adding green. There's just, it doesn't really want elves. You want to be base white. There's not that many green cards you want to splash. I actually have one of them, Pest Infestation, but I'll take a Mystical Tutor. But I just think that white-green is such an unlikely to be drafted color combination that I don't really want to go into it. All right, I'll take Dam because you never know. That it's a Wrath, and it could be good in this deck depending on kind of how this deck shakes out. Giver of Runes didn't wheel, but that's not a surprise. All right, Relic is a good sideboard card. Okay, so we got some decent stuff. I actually would really like to see a Lurrus. Even after pack 1, I would ditch the Elite Spellbinder in a heartbeat to get Lurrus in because the Pest Infestation would get in. Let's see. There's Reanimate. It's also Esper Sentinel and Flooded Strand. I think I just take Reanimate, though. That's one of the black cards I love splashing. I've got 2 black lands already, and just reanimating after they kill your elite spellbinder is fantastic. So let's take reanimate. Let's pass up on Esper Sentinel, Flooded Strand, or red-white Surveil land. Not a big deal. Oh, there's Lurrus. You just gotta manifest. There's also Swords to Plowshares, but Lurrus is so busted. And we have Caracas and reanimate. Those are perfect with Lurrus. All right, we are in. So let's get these over there. Pest Infestation, definitely back in the queue. Relic of Progenitus isn't ideal, but Dam gets a lot better because you turn from an aggro deck into more of a control deck. Okay, so we're taking Lurrus over Swords. I mean, it is a cost, but Lurrus is just so good. And then, oh, I love Containment Priest. I do like Ballista as well. And Infernal Grasp is certainly worth considering, but I think I just want Containment Priest here. I think Containment Priest is a really strong card, hoses a bunch of decks, and if you can protect it, it's very, very good. Oh man, there's a Solitude. It's okay. I think I actually take Urza Saga here. I have a Mox Opal and a Relic. So maybe those actually start to do something. We'll have to see. We're not gonna... I mean, I could take Bolt or Godless Shrine, but I've got a bunch of black-white lands. I got 2 already. Urza Saga has really high upside, even if it doesn't necessarily get there. Oh, look, now there's Currency Converter. There's also Caustic Bronco, but Currency Converter with, like, to enable Opal get fetched by Saga. I like what's going on here. Here, oh, I definitely will take Tide Hollow Sculler. I think I like that more than any of the lands, or Revoker. Okay, we all of a sudden are starting to draft a much more interesting deck. I'm regretting Figure of Destiny versus Windswept Teeth by a lot right now. Should never do it. Never again. Never passing fetch lands. But I think that we might be able to get Mox Opal going here. Reprieve is great. Can't unfortunately play Necromancy. Vindicate's also good, but Reprieve's on another level. It's just so efficient. So nothing in our sideboard we want at all. And this Figure of Destiny may or may not be good. It still could be good in this deck. The current mana situation looks like it will be solid. Though funnily enough, Abzan Triumph would be good here. Here there's Xander's Lounge, Bone Shards, and Outland Liberator. Xander's Lounge doesn't look super useful. Outland Liberator just looks okay. But I do like Outland Liberator with Lurrus, so I think I will take that. I'm not really looking to play blue and red cards in this deck. I feel like I don't have the bandwidth to take lands and try to support everything else that's going on. So I will take Abzan lands because I have a good start on that. But if I wanted to play blue and red, I guess I would need to go a lot further than just taking a Xander Triumph here. All right, here. Oh, Esper Sentinel came back. Vamp Tutor is also kind of interesting in this style of deck. LED is also not a 0 with Lurrus. I think I'd rather have Esper Sentinel here. It's also an artifact, which is really nice. And I don't need Vamp Tutor when I have Lurrus, because I always draw Lurrus, right? I draw it every game. That's why companions are sick. So I think this is going to work out well. I mean, we've got 2 artifact creatures. We've got Sculler and Esper Sentinel, Opal, Converter, Relic. Yeah, we're kind of getting there. And unfortunately, Urza Saga can't get Esper Sentinel, but I've got some good targets to get already. Oh, Balance Wield? I mean, Rafine's Tower is also good, but balance can be really messed up here. All right, I'm going to take balance. I feel like even though I've got a decent amount of creatures in my deck, losing all my creatures when I have Lurrus doesn't matter. And balance with like Currency Converter and all these other artifacts. Oh, and Ballista Wield too. I'll take that over Infernal Grasp. Also, Godless Shrine came back. I was going to say the fewer black cards I could have makes my mana better too. And let's cut the Outland Liberator for now. I don't think I'm going to play Botanical Sanctum, but I'm not that likely to play Grim. I guess I'll take the Sanctum. I think I'm like slightly more likely to. I don't know. I'm not very likely to play either. Last pick, Vindicate? Whew, we take those. Okay. Let's see. We manifested a Lurrus. I've used up all my luck. I won't call for anything else, but I'm excited to go into pack 3 here. This deck has really developed. Ooh, and now there's a Skull Clamp. I like Arid Mesa, but this looks like just the nut Skull Clamp deck, and it can get fetched with Urza Saga, and we might get Portable Hole back. I actually would not be surprised if it came back. All right, we're slamming Skull Clamp here. Followed up, it's got to be Marsh Flats. I do like Chromatic Star in this deck, but Marsh Flats gets all my colors, is just a fantastic card to have. And Unexpectedly Absent or Wrath also could come back. Not that I need the Wrath too much. Here, I guess I'll just take Strip Mine. I'm not going to have a way to recur it because this deck's unlikely to play Ren and 6 and you can't play Crucible or Ramanop, but I don't really need anything else here, and Strip Mine is a good card, so happy enough with that. Okay, so now that I picked up a wheeled Godless Shrine and then got a Marsh Flats, I feel like splashing the green shouldn't be too hard. Don't know that I'm necessarily going to play Outland Liberator, but I might. And other than that, I mean, I guess picking up artifacts just to make it so Mox Opal is on more often would be nice. Here, there's Ignoble Hierarch, Shieldred's Edict, Scrapwork Mutt. I guess Tough Cookie, kind of. But I think I'll just take Shieldred's Edict. I just picked up a couple more black sources, so I'm feeling pretty good about being able to cast these cards. And I think sometimes Scrapwork Mutt comes back. I do think Ignoble would be good in this deck, but I think my mana is going to be great at casting Pest Infestation. I don't know that it's going to be great at casting an Ignoble Hierarch on turn 1. The way I would do that, I guess, is to deprioritize the black, but I don't think I need to do that. Though imagine how much things would have been better if I ended up taking Windswept Teeth and Temple Garden. Though I guess Temple Garden would have been over Mox Opal, and Mox Opal still looks like it has much higher upside here. Retrofitter Foundry would be a nice one too. Oh, Thopter Foundry? Huh. This is pack 3, but we haven't seen Sword of the Meek, and Zagoth Triome is just a green-black land. I already have a tapped green land. Yeah, let's just take Thopter Foundry. Oh, I guess it is blue. I'm almost never in the position to worry about the blue part of that, but no, it is true. There is also Lion Sash. Lion Sash isn't like the best, but you can put a Skull Clamp on it and you can cast it with Lurrus, which is nice. Yeah, all right. I think I will take Lion Sash over Zagoth Triumph. There's just no chance I'm wanting to put blue cards in my deck, I don't think. Yeah, all right. Let's take the Lion Sash. Followed up. Oh, I think it's got to be Lotus Field to go with this balance. I do love that combo. Urborg also doesn't seem like mission critical, and I don't really care about the rest of these cards. There's very few I can actually put in my deck, as things turns out. Oh, if I'd taken the LED, could I have had Breach, LED, Brain Freeze, saw all those cards. Do I want Adonto Vanguard, or do I want Pick Your Poison? I don't think I want Neshoba Brawler. I do like Pick Your Poison a lot. I mean, Adonto Vanguard is just fine. Yeah, let's just take Pick Your Poison. I like drawing into it when I'm clamping a bunch. Oh, and Lingering Souls for our Skull Clamp. Yes, yes, please. Take that over City of Traders, I guess, or some lands that are medium for me. Okay, Portable Whole Wheel, but so did Life Death. I didn't really anticipate that, so let's talk about that. Another way to bring back Lurrus is pretty nice. It's funny that I do have a Containment Priest. I got to remember that. Though Portable Hole, I think I'll just take Portable Hole. Life Death's a little bit weaker. Now there's Absent and Chromatic Star, but Chromatic Star to recycle with Lurrus, fix your mana, and work with Opal and Urza Saga seems better. I also have a bunch of removal. Plus, all these things that just hang out and play and don't get countered by balance are really nice. Okay, so Lurrus isn't actually in the deck. So right now this is 16 land, which means I need to cut a card. It's also Mana Tithe and Talisman, but I wonder if I should just take another. That'd be my third Surveil land. I guess that's kind of a lot of Surveil lands. Lion Sash could wait in the sideboard maybe. Do I want this Mana Tithe? Mana Tithe is just okay. I don't think I really want Talisman though. All right, I'll take the Mana Tithe. Okay, Scrapwork Mutt Wield, though, as it turns out, I'm not going to have red mana very easily, so I'll take it, but I don't think I'm going to play it. I also wouldn't mind playing extra lands, because I have Strip Mine, Urza Saga, Lotus Field, Karakas. Yeah, so maybe I cut another card as well. I could also cut... I don't want to cut Benevolent Bodyguard, it's just great with Lurrus. Thopter Foundry came back, but we know we're not going to combo. Whatever, I'll let someone have fun with all that. Urborg is a card I would play, I suppose. Okay, so going into deck building here, I've got to cut one card, and I'm not sure what it is. So here, this is 17 lands. I guess it's 17 plus a Mox Opal. I could cut Containment Priest, but I think it is pretty good. Yeah, I think I will just run it like this, and then I have enough artifacts to support mocks, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, I definitely do. I have 9 plus Urza Saga. Figure of Destiny, anything that can be clamped, I think is good. With Lion Sash, I think being the last card out. I think the Pick Your Poison still works. All right. Sort by color. I've got 5 black cards, 2 green cards, and the rest are white cards. And I think every single one of my lands produces white. I mean, I guess, sorry, Urborg and Strip Mine and Saga do not. Urborg is probably better than a Swamp here. Sometimes you'll get double black out of it, which is just a nice thing to have. I get to add 7 lands. Right now I've got 1, 2, kind of 3 green sources plus Opal and Chromatic Star and Currency Converter. Probably get away with 1 forest. And then 4 plains. 2 swamps is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, I think that should be enough. All right. Let's get in there. All right, time for round 1. I will reveal a Lurrus, and okay, pretty solid hand. Get to Portable Hole something, play Chromatic Star maybe, get a little Thalia going. You know, Thalia does hurt this deck to a degree, but I'm okay with that. I think that it's a risk I'm willing to take. If he dies, he dies. I like the name. See what their turn 1 is here, because, well, they get to see the balance with the Gitaxian Probe, which makes it a lot less effective, but it might still be good. It is typically less effective against blue decks, I will say that. Oh, Skull Clamp. All right, I'll play that. They didn't know about that one. But I wanted to get that out under a counter radar, and then next turn I can play Thalia here. It's going to be my plan. Candelabra. Well, balance is not very good against decks with Candelabra in them either. Thalia, though. Thalia is pretty good. If they have Stern Scolding, that'd be annoying. But this should mess with their plays. And then next turn, maybe I cast Portable Hole, maybe not. I could also put Lurrus into my hand and just kind of assume I'm not casting Balance anytime soon. Oh, Chrome Host Siege Shark. Interesting. So I can't quite vindicate that because of the Thalia. I could clamp and then vindicate, and then balance. I could clamp and then balance, but that doesn't seem like it accomplishes a whole lot. What I might do is go clamp the Thalia and then just cast a bunch of the cards in my hand. So cast probably Portable Hole on the Candelabra and land Chromatic Star. And then set up a Vindicate on the Shark and just kind of play defense. I wanted to preemptively Portable Hole the Candelabra because if they play Academy, Workshop, or even Lotus Field on, and it becomes a much bigger problem here. Okay, let's see. Do they have a way to make some Sharkarinos here? Because I'm going to Vindicate, and Balance is going to be good. We have 5 cards in hand. Also, at some point I can go Figure and then Clamp it, which would be nice. Let's see if they've got a good answer to all this. I mean, they don't know about the Figure or the lands. They know I have Vindicate and Balance in hand. I would assume that they're gonna do something. Oh, Frantic Search. Okay, interesting. Let's see what they do here. Frantic Search. They make their token. And they get to discard 2 and untap their lands. They haven't played a land yet either. So it seems like this could be pretty tough. All right, so they discard Upheaval and Island. Fair enough. And they have an Incubator token that they can make into a 3/3 at some point. And then they're Demonic Tutoring. Probably for Tolarian Academy, if I had to guess, since though they discarded Upheaval, and if they were DTing for Academy, I guess I would want to keep the Upheaval, but I kind of think that Academy is going to be the next card played. Oh, Black Lotus. Okay. I guess I don't love all that. All right. And they have a bunch of tokens. I think I'm going to Vindicate the Shark now. Play my land. Oh, I have reanimate too. I don't know that I need to do that yet. Let's just go vindicate the Seed Shark. And I really hope they don't counter it because that would be annoying. And then I'll play the figure because even with a balance coming, potentially, figure I can Skull Clamp and I don't want to waste my mana. So let's just do that. I could have, I guess, played Shadowy Backstreet, but this feels like it's going to work out a little bit better. Oh man, DT and Mystical. I don't love my chances now. Now that they're mysticaling here, it feels like there's a pretty good chance they have like some sort of like, maybe they have Underworld Breach and Lotus. They're just getting Brain Freeze or something. But we'll see. They got Cruel Ultimatum. Okay. I guess they're just going to Dream Halls Ultimatum me. And they have 2 cards left. They're going to have a blue card and, or whatever, a blue, black, or red card. And Cruel. Yeah, I guess I'll discard figure, discard my hand. Didn't really factor that in. They get the Seed Shark back too. What a beat. Well, let's not clamp Thalia now. I think next time I won't do that. Look, you learn something when you play the game. You learn something about the cards they have. And I think this time I will prefer not to clamp Thalia against the Dream Halls deck. Into Mind's Desire. Hit Island, Wheel, and Ponder. Okay. Let's go. Let's see what this Storm deck is going off on. So I guess you kind of want to start with Wheel because you don't want to discard the card you ponder into, but my opponent has to be thinking of, well, wheeling an opponent who I just made them discard their hand is a little bit counterproductive. So we'll see what they do. They do have the option of doing casting Ponder, seeing if they need to cast Wheel. Could be. Yeah, that's what they're going to start with. Ponder, play a land, and animate the token and attack. Oh, wow. So they're just not going to cast the Wheel or do anything else this turn? That's a little surprising. Okay. Let's crack the star for green. I'm probably going to get Lurrus back, but if I draw a Pest Infestation here, oh. Okay. Each opponent sacrifices an enchantment. Get Dream Halls out, play a land, and put Lurrus into my hand. And then pass the turn. I mean, they can hit me for 5 here if they animate their other incubator. But then next turn, I can go Lurrus, replay figure or something along those lines. Yeah, they're going for it. And then I might have to at some point trade off the Lurrus. I guess it'll depend on what else they have. They have 3 cards in hand, but they chose not to wheel, so they thought their hand was good enough to win without that. Maybe they needed the Dream Halls. Shieldred's Edict is fine, but that doesn't really do much for me here. Not this turn, at least. Lurrus, I mean, if they have a counter, that's unfortunate. Let's go Figure of Destiny. And pass. Oh, I should have just gotten Thalia. I guess I did want to Skull Clamp the Lurrus, but yeah, I guess I should have just gotten Thalia into play. Pass the turn. They didn't do anything. Okay. Let's see. They have 6 mana. I mean, I really don't. It doesn't really make sense to me that I would be in this game. We'll see what they play here. Pyrokinesis. All right. I guess maybe had I gotten the Thalia. Let's try to make no Thalia-based mistakes game 2 here. I do want Mana Tithe and Lion Sash, I think. I don't want Dam. I don't really want Balance. I just don't think it's going to be good against them. So, all right. Yeah. I guess I could put an Outland Liberator as well maybe over Containment Priest. I didn't see anything that did too much for that. All right. Let's do it. All right, time for game 2. I'd like to play first. I'd like to reveal Lurrus. And yeah, I'm definitely going to keep this hand. Getting to go turn 2 Sculler, turn 3 Strip Mine, plus maybe Ballista. Sounds pretty good. And then reanimate for Sculler, plus Pest Infestation is very good in this matchup. So, okay, ponder away. We're good with that. And I think it's a lot better to go Sculler into Ballista plus Strip Mine rather than Strip Mine turn 2. Because if you think about it, Strip Mine kind of like makes both players skip a turn. It's a lot better to do that when you're doing more things on your turns. So we'll lead on Sculler here. Hopefully I'm not getting dazed. They might force. I don't know. We'll see what they've got. Mind's Desire, Pyrokinesis, Wheel of Fortune, Badlands. Oh, Magma Opus. Okay. I could take Pyrokinesis. I could also just take Magma Opus. Yeah, I think that's probably better. Because now if they want to get their Magma Opus back, they have to Pyrokinesis, pitching Wheel. And I'm going to Strip Mine their Badlands when they play it. And they're very far mana-wise away from Dream Halls. So they went Island. Go. Let's attack with the Sculler here. Plus, I kind of want them to kill the Sculler because then I can reanimate it. Go again. Ballista for 1. I don't care if this gets countered, so I'm just going to play it first and play Strip Mine and pass the turn. Again, I'm also fine with them pyrokinesing them both here, because then I get to reanimate the Sculler and I get to summon Lurrus here at some point as well. So I think this is fine. I'm not going to use the Strip Mine yet because I'd rather not let them know I'm going to Strip Mine. If they do something end of turn, I can Strip Mine, but mostly I'll Strip Mine on upkeep here. They've got some options here. They have one card we don't know because of Ponder, but if they didn't find another red card, yeah, they're going to want a Magma Opus here. I think I'm going to Strip Mine. I don't want them casting Wheel yet. So I don't really want to put Lurrus in hand if they haven't cast Wheel, but I don't need to put Lurrus in hand while these things are alive anyway. I'm hoping, so they have another island, okay. Hoping to find a play this turn, that's all I really want. Oh, that definitely qualifies. All right, so I'm going to attack here and hit them down to 15 and play Lion Sash, and they can't kill all 3 of my creatures with Pyrokinesis. I do have to not use Lion Sash end of turn if I want to play around that, but I think that this works best. Also, the one advantage of me Scullering like this is if they do Wheel, they don't get to keep a good card. Oh, they're casting Saheeli. Okay. I guess I'll wait on using the Sash for that same reason. Mox Opal. That doesn't do too much, but let's attack Saheeli now. See if they want to prevent me from getting Mox Opal mana. Because they might be getting Pyrokinesis ready here. But then I can reanimate and take the Dream Halls. They've got 5 cards. I guess I know all 5 cards now. So if they're going to go if they want Saheeli to live, they have to use Pyrokinesis, which is a little bit tough for them. And Mox Opal does give me my only green source, which I guess they don't really know what my other color could be if I even have one, but they certainly have to think of whether they want to cast Pyrokinesis now or not. Kind of an interesting question. We'll have to see. All right, they pitched Wheel of Fortune. They're Pyrokinesis 2 and 2 because now they're both big enough. So let's go remove a counter. I think I just deal 1 to Saheeli. 2. They get their Magma Opus back. So Wheel and Pyrokinesis are gone. And then now, I guess I am going to reanimate. I could just attack Saheeli first, though, because I assume they're going to block. If they don't block, then I get to kill Saheeli. Yeah, that's pretty good. So we'll see. Yeah, they block. So now I'm going to exile Island from their graveyard, I guess. Make it a 2/2. Reanimate the Tide Hollow Sculler. And let's dismiss these. Look at their hand, which is Dream Halls and Opus and Mind's Desire. So I take the Dream Halls clearly. And then I actually have the mana, and Wheel's gone, and I have the mana, so I'm going to put Lurrus into my hand. pass the turn. All right, I mean, we've disrupted them pretty effectively here. They're pretty far away from casting anything. They have Badlands. Oh, they didn't even play the Badlands. Okay, so now I get to kill Saheeli. That's a big help. Okay, attack Saheeli for 4. Don't need to do anything else here. And then cast a Walking Ballista. Oh, I guess I have to cast Lurrus first. And cast a Walking Ballista. X equals 1. And then ship the turn here. And they're going to cycle Magma Opus for a treasure here, end of turn. And so now they could cast a Mind's Desire for 1 if they're really feeling it. Or they could cast something else. Okay, Mind's Desire for 1. Let's go. What you hit? They hit Dig Through Time. All right. I mean, that's pretty good. That's, I would assume, better than average. But also not a disaster scenario for me. So let's see what they we're not going to see this turn what they dig into. But what I'm hoping to draw, I guess, is Thalia next turn. I've already used my Reanimate, so if they have another Sweeper, it could be a pretty bad situation. I guess what I might want to do is equip Lion Sash onto something. But we'll see. So they already played their land, so I assume they're just shipping the turn. And I'm going to draw here. I'm not very close to killing them. All right, I mean, Relic of Progenitus isn't nothing. Oh, I guess actually I wanted to keep Lion Sash white up, but I was going to have some mana up anyway, and I will attack Lion Sash, Saheeli. I mean, currently this is 3, 6, 9. Like I said, I can't really make it lethal, so let's just do this, and I guess or maybe I'll reconfigure onto the Tidehollow Sculler, because that one I really don't want to die. Keep up Opal, Relic, and see what they've got here. They have the 6th land. They've got the Lotus. Okay. Are they going to Cruel Ultimatum me? No, they're casting a Time Spiral. I think I Relic here. I just don't really want them drawing Magma Opus or Mind's Desire or any of those things. So I think Relicking is worth it even if I am not getting full Time Spiral value. Yeah, my hand is kind of irrelevant. All right. If they can beat me through off the Time Spiral, that's pretty good. I mean, they desired for 1 into Dig, and they found Dig into Lotus Time Spiral. So I guess we'll hope that this doesn't go badly. Okay, let's see what this is. I also buffed my Sculler to a 4/4, which makes it a little bit harder to kill, though there's plenty that does still kill it. K command. Okay, killing these both. All right. Yeah, they get their Dream Halls back. I mean, I still have lethal in play, but they could easily Dream Halls me out here. Let's see if that's going to be the case. Frantic Search. They have a good combo deck. That they do. I discarded 2 lands. I'm going to untap some lands here. And sack Lotus, cast Dream Halls. I'm probably not beating a Cruel Ultimatum at this point. Yeah, here comes Dream Halls. Let's find out what their big finish is here. I've exiled some of the stuff. Oh, Time Twister. Okay. Still not great for me, but we're not done. It makes it a little more likely that I can beat Cruel because my hand here is a little bit better. Oh, I guess when I side out Balance, I should probably side out Lotus Field, though I didn't really think about that because, yeah. Let's see. So, Lurrus is shuffled back into my deck at least. Reanimate and Strip Mine are gone? Yeah. Not that Portable Hole's doing much for me here. All right, they got Dream Halls. Let's go. What you got here? You firing something off? Oh, man. Demonic Tutor discarding Cruel Ultimatum? That can't be good for me. I don't know what's going on here, but I assume I just lose now. Because if casting Cruel isn't, if they can TT for something better than casting Cruel, I think I'm just done for. Okay, that's a hard evidence. Okay. Are we getting stormed out? Is this a tendrils? A tendrils situation or a brain freeze? Brain freeze would also do it. Oh, elemental eruption? Okay, they make a bunch of dragons. I guess that probably does it. 16. Okay. And me without my balance here, I guess I didn't really factor that in. There is a Dream Halls in play, so I can play things a little bit cheaper. I sided out Dam as well. Well, damn. Let's go Skull Clamp. I guess equip the Ballista. Draw 2. So Lingering Souls, flash it back, can block 4 of them. And then Vindicate and Portable Hole. I mean, I guess I could technically not die. Can I cast? I can't cast all of this stuff. Dream Halls can help with some, but not quite all. They're at 6. So I need to deal with 6 dragons in order to not die. I can Portable Hole 1. I can Lingering Souls 2 more. I guess I can discard. If I discard Tile Hollow to Lingering Souls, I can flash back. I can deal with 5 dragons. And they've got hard evidence, so I can't even attack and force them to block with Lion Sash. All right. What a beating game or round 1. But you know what? This Lurrus deck has more gas in the tank. Let's keep going. All right, time for round 2. I would like to play first. You know, this Lurrus deck is too good to not get some dubs. All right, I'll keep this hand. Let's go turn 1 Clamp, turn 2 Saga. I guess I could wait on Saga or Clamp and play it on turn 2 and play like a tapped Godless Shrine, but it's really not. No, I think that the right play is to go untapped Godless Shrine, play Skull Clamp. Paying the 2 life, it's not that big of a deal. That way, if they play a creature on turn 1 or 2 that I want to Sheoldred's Edict, I'll have Saga plus Godless Shrine up, cast Sheoldred's Edict, and then turn 3, make a Saga token. All right, that's going to be my plan here. So let's go Godless Shrine, pay 2 life, Skull Clamp, ship the turn. All right, well, I'm gonna get my 2-1 back. Just watch. 2-1, back to back. No trophy yet today, but we'll see. All right, there's a Saga. Pass the turn. I'm happy to fire off a little Sheoldred's Edict here. If they play anything the Edict can kill, I'm in there. Let's see what they've got. Zagoth Triumph. Who knows? Could be a lot of different places. Into Deep, Cavern Bat. Oh, well, that works out fine because I can go Sheoldred's Edict, sack a non-token creature. They get to see my hand of Reanimate and lands. And then I guess I'll play the Caracas because it's good to have that one around. I guess maybe I didn't want to play Caracas. No, that's fine because I'm going to make a Saga token, then probably Reanimate the Bat if they don't do anything here. Imperial Seal. Well, definitely Reanimating Bat because if they go for some sort of 2-card combo, doing that would be really nice. Obviously, if they're just going for like a Pest Infestation, I can't stop that. But, I mean, they shouldn't go for anything too ambitious because they know I have Reanimate, but I could imagine that still happening. So, let's see. All right, fired off Imperial Seal. Let's make a token. And I guess definitely make another token. I'm just trying to decide what I want to get here with this Saga trigger. I mean, it could just be Mox Opal. That sounds pretty good to me. Because then I'll have the mana to either equip Skull Clamp or cast Reanimate or Figure. Well, I'm going to cast Reanimate, but equip Skull Clamp or cast Figure. It sounds like a pretty good secondary play. And yeah, let's just get the Mox Opal. I think that's going to be good. Swamp, Reanimate the Deep Cavern Bat. Get a little info about what's going on here. Their hand is Green Sun Zenith Kinnan. Oh, and then they scooped. So they clearly went for Basalt Monolith to kind of try to combo here, not realizing what I was going to reanimate their bat. All right, we take those. We take those. Manatide Lion Sash. No, I like where we're at. This looks good. All right, and let's reveal the Lurrus. This very solid hand. Mother of Runes, Chromatic Star, Portable Hole. Some pretty good disruption here. Caracas, also a nice card to have pretty much any time. Okay, Spara's Headquarters into Mana Crypt. Whoa, into Mind Stone. All right, well, I do have one of the better answers that I could have here, which is Portable Hole, take out the Mana Crypt. So I do like that. Let's take out Mana Crypt, and now they've gotten some acceleration, but it's not as busted as getting to have 5 mana on turn 2. Just a slightly reasonable 3 mana. And then next turn, I'll probably go Mother plus Chromatic Star, setting up, I don't know, Vindicate on Spara's Headquarters, perhaps? Kind of depend on what they play here. They're tapping the Headquarters. Nope, they're playing Zagoth Triumph. And Lotus Cobra. Jeez, okay. Well, I don't have another disruption play here, so let's just go Mother of Runes into Star and hope that they don't have like anything too great, because they're probably going to go land 5-drop. Well, I don't know if they're probably going to play a 5-drop, but they're probably going to play something that costs 4 or 5 mana this turn. I think that is a fairly likely outcome. And hopefully Vindicate can answer it nicely. Okay, there's Creeping Tar Pit, adding a mana. And slamming a Metamorph? Making Portable Hole on my Portable Hole. Okay. They have 2 cards in hand. I guess I just kill their Mana Crypt again. Seems like that's worth doing. I'll wait on the Marsh Flats here. I don't need to play that. And would I rather kill their Portable Hole? No, I'd rather just kill the Mana Crypt, I think. I don't know if I'm supposed to kill the Mana Crypt, the Tar Pit, the Cobra. I could kill their Portable Hole and Portable Hole the Mana Crypt, but I guess putting a Metamorph in the graveyard is better for my reanimate prospects, but them being able to regrowth a Mana Crypt with a regrowth effect is probably a lot better for me than them being able to regrowth a Metamorph. So Prof's Eidetic Memory. All right. So whenever they draw an extra, they get a +1/+1 counter for each extra card they draw at the beginning of a combat here. So now their Lotus Cobra is at 3/2. Sure. I'm not going to get pushed around here. Block. Pro green. Well, looks like getting Abrupt Decay or something. Infernal Grasped. Oh, Shield Rejected. They could have done that either way. That's funny. Let's play Caracas, play Lingering Souls, play Skull Clamp. I still don't want to crack Marsh Flats because it could get green or black, but it can't get both. Didn't get that in Doth of Triumph. And I want to wait to see, because I have a decent amount of sources of both. So if I draw like the Forest or a Lush or the Green-White Surveil land, then I'd rather do that. Green Suns for 3. Getting a Leovold, that's annoying. I can Caracas it, but then they do draw a card. I guess, oh, there's the black land. Yeah, that's fine. They can draw their card. Because I want to be able to Skull Clamp here. So let's attack with both. And start clamping here. Tide Hollow Sculler, I like that. Let's Skull Clamp the Spirit again. Actually, yeah, let's do that again. That's fine. Okay, let's just get a Swamp and Sculler here to, it's got Leovold, Mind Twist. Coveted Jewel. So if I take the if I scolor the Leovold, I just get Mind Twisted. If I scolor the Mind Twist, I get Leovold. Funnily enough, it would have been better to have the Metamorph in the graveyard. I did draw the Reanimate. There is also Shieldred's Edict. Coveted Jewel's kind of interesting here too. I guess my hand is pretty good. I guess I'll take the Mind Twist. I think Shieldred's Edict and Reanimate are both pretty strong here. They can't really play Coveted Jewel. Like, playing Coveted Jewel here is pretty greedy. Because if they go land, tap out for Coveted Jewel, they have one creature. And then if I Shieldred's Edict them and attack, I just take it. So they're probably playing Leovold here. But I guess if they've drawn a land, they can maybe do something else. Oh, Kinnan. Did they draw Basalt Monolith? Oh, they redrew Green Suns. Okay. Green Suns for 2. Sylvan Caryatid or something like that? Yeah, there's Sylvan Caryatid. I might actually want to block here. I have Reanimate. Yeah, that seems fine. They can get their Mind Twist back, because I think now I'm actually gonna. Oh, I don't have enough black to cast it all. Ooh, I have all tapped black sources. I don't love that. Let's go. I'm going to bounce. I think I just bounce Kinnan. Each opponent sacrifices a non-token creature. Kill Sylvan Caryatid. And then, do I play Lotus Field or Shadowy Backstreet? I guess I probably just play Lotus Field. And then I'm going to get hit by Mind Twist here, but that should be fine. If all they're doing is Mind Twisting me, they have Leovold, Coveted Jewel, Kinnan in hand. Then next turn I'll be able to recharge with, I have that Lingering Souls, plus I haven't gotten Lurrus yet, and if I draw Balance here, that would be pretty sick. Alright, yeah, I'm getting Mind Twisted only for 3. Keep the Reanimate. Oh, I kept the Reanimate. That is pretty sick. Okay. So I have 6 mana. If I flashback Souls and clamp it, that's 2 mana. I could Reanimate Tidehollow Sculler, and I could Sculler their Leovold, I think is their most annoying card. Yeah, that seems pretty good. Okay, so let's go Lingering Souls. And I think it's worth clamping here and seeing what I draw, because I haven't played a land. Okay, there's the balance. The balance is looking less good now. I guess I can clamp again, because I still haven't drawn a land. Or played a land this turn. Alright, I guess I'm not going to end up playing a land. Oh, wait, no, I am going to. Because now I can go Reanimate on Tidehollow Sculler. Their hand is Arbor Elf, Coveted Jewel, Kinnan, Leovold. Yeah, I'll take the Leovold. I think I play Thalia, or maybe I play Containment Priest. Thalia seems like it'd be kind of nice to have in play. Like, there's some amount of things that they could draw that the Thalia messes up. And they can play Kinnan if they want, but I can just Caracas it. So now their play is Arbor Elf, Kinnan, go. Most likely. And we're really getting in there with these things. Let's see. Kinnan. Sure. I mean, this is a really good game for Skull Clamp. Like, this game, I think, shows the power of Skull Clamp given enough time. Arbor Elf. And their last card's Coveted Jewel in hand, which is not doing a whole lot. All right. And they came to the same conclusion, and we're 1-1. Let's battle last round to get that 2-1. I'm going to get that. All right, time for round 3. Let's pull out the 2-1. I got a good feeling about this. I still can't believe I clamped away Thalia against a Storm deck. Granted, I didn't know exactly what they were doing, but still. Well, you know, sometimes you get a little greedy. Oh, I'm going to keep this hand. This hand is pretty nice. I've got the Mondo combo of Reanimate, Containment Priest, but I do have Portable Hole, which gets me 2/3 of the way to Mox Opal. I've got Reprieve. I think this is a pretty solid hand and kind of nice on the draw, actually. Oh, I would like to Portable Hold or Mox Diamond. That's some pretty good value, though I might not be able to if they play a good card on turn 1. Staff of the Storyteller, interesting. Yeah, I guess I should probably just Portable Hold the Staff of the Storyteller here, because that's just going to draw them at least 1 extra card, if not more. So we'll do that. They get to have 3 cards in their hand total now, along with a 1/1 in play. Hopefully they don't drop anything too great, and then next turn I can have a Reprieve and Containment Priest. Oh, okay, no plays. Oh, there's that Skull Clamp. Oh, that's actually kind of nice because I can go Opal and cast Skull Clamp here, and then the Mox Opal will be on, and I will have Reprieve and Containment Priest still up. So I'm getting 1 mana out of the Opal this time here. I mean, if they like Reprieve my Skull Clamp, I'm fine with that. They're gonna kill my Portable Hole in response. That would be annoying if they had that, but they should have done that on their turn. So it makes more sense they have a counterspell here. Yeah, it was Reprieve. All right, well, I'll still play the Clamp here since now I have nothing better to play, and ship the turn. Okay, that is fine by me. So they Reprieve. They got their card back. See if they found the land. No? All right. Benevolent Bodyguard. And that's it, huh? Do I want to put Lurrus into hand here? I think I'll just keep Containment Priest. Oh. And Currency Converter. Let's go. I'm just going to pay the life and pass the turn. Obviously, I have something here, so I would be suspicious if I were my opponent. But this keeps Containment Priest plus Reprieve up, and it also, well, actually, let's do those things. Oh, they didn't play anything? All right, I'll just play the Containment Priest end of turn. And I can Reprieve their play if they had one. Okay, now I'm going to play the Currency Converter. I could discard the Reanimate, though I'm not too stoked about that. I'll put Lotus Field in my graveyard. I'm going to equip Skull Clamp on the Containment Priest, and I'll start attacking. I'm basically trading 3 for 1, which I think is totally fine. And then I have Reprieve or Activate Currency Converter up. Both those sound pretty good. Okay, they hit their 3rd land, so I'm going to Reprieve something, most likely, since I assume they'll have a play here. Lingering Souls, that I'm actually not going to Reprieve, because Reprieving the Flashback is a lot stronger, because it exiles, regardless. All right, I'll take it. And I still have a way to use my mana, which is Converting Currency. Draw, discard. Discard. I think at this point I just discard the Reanimate, because I have the Containment Priest in play. Reanimate doesn't do anything, and Esper Sentinel gets clamped, which is really nice. Oh, and so does Figure. All right. Yeah, this is looking pretty good. Let's send here. I'm liking where we're at. Esper Sentinel. Equip Skull Clamp on Esper Sentinel. Haven't played a land yet. Really don't want to miss land drops when you're Skull Clamping. Let's go Figure of Destiny. Equip Skull Clamp. Draw 2. Okay, there's some lands. Wow. I'll play the Urza Saga because I have Dam, so I am fine just leaving up Reprieve and tap Currency Converter to make a 2/2. Don't need to strip mine yet, and I can play Saga. They play another creature, and I go equip Skull Clamp on Containment Priest, cast Dam, and we're just dismantling them here with our Skull Clamp. And this is exactly what these decks will want to do when they play out. I'm loving this. Like, we've got everything pretty much under control here. I don't even think I Reprieve the Lingering Souls, because I'm happy enough casting Dam at that point anyway. But we'll see what they lead with. This is not Lingering Souls. Vindicate on, and that I will Reprieve. I'll Reprieve and then I'll strip mine them, and they might not even be able to play it again. Well, I guess they will. Actually, I could strip mine them and play Thalia. That I might not be casting Dam here, because they can't even attack with the Benevolent Bodyguard. And they're going to leave 2 blockers. Oh, well, I mean, they can attack with it. It's just not a very good idea. We're going to convert currency here. And there. In, I would say, a world of hurt here. I don't really get it. Like, why do that? It doesn't do anything. Sack your thing. I mean, you get to take your game actions, I guess. Now I'm going to go Thalia, Strip Mine, leave up Saga activation. I could also even play Mother of Runes. Let's go Strip Mine, the Raucous Theater. Play Thalia. Play Mother of Runes. Send for 4. And I don't even need to play around a Wrath by equipping Skull Clamp, because end of turn, I'll just make a Saga token if they do happen to have a Wrath. And I'm at 11, not very close to dying to anything. Also, what Wrath could they even have with Thalia in play? Seems like they're in a little bit of trouble here. End of turn, I'm going to make a token that's going to immediately be a 5/5 and get bigger as I get more artifacts into play here. Okay, they have a land, so they could cast Vindicate here. There's a lot of different things they could Vindicate. I don't know even what's the best they could do. Like, they're not really beating the Saga or the Skull Clamp or the Mother of Runes. They've come to the same conclusion. Okay. Playing against mono white, or, well, Mardu, but like kind of white weenie, does not make me want Mana Tithe or Lion Sash. I mean, I would like Arc Trail, but I don't have any red fixing, so I'm not going to bother. I'm just going to get in there. Okay, so game 2 on the draw here. Let's reveal Lurrus. And, ooh, a very nice opener. Mother of Runes or Portable Hole on 1. On 3, probably just cast Lingering Souls, and then turn 4, play the Lotus Field is my guess. But we'll see what they do. If they lead on Mox Diamond again, or if they just have like a tap land or something. Windswept Heath. I mean, if they don't play anything, I will play Mother of Runes. Okay, there's a Mox Diamond. Discarding a Plains. If they don't have a play here, I think I lead on Portable Hole. Because they don't have a cheap card. If they have Reprieve, it doesn't matter. Whatever card I cast, they're just going to Reprieve. But Portable Hole, if they don't have a 2-drop, now they presumably have a 3-drop, which Portable Hole can't hit anyway. So let's just blow up your Mox Diamond. That's such a good value play. I just 2-for-1 them on turn 1. Pretty great. And then next turn, probably just slam Sculler here, because I don't think I need to play Mother of Runes. Let's hope they don't have I guess there's not much that could kill the Portable Hole for 1 mana. They could March of Otherworldly Light by pitching a card, but I don't think that gets them out of their situation. Also, the Mox comes back. They have to discard another card. All right, let's Godless Shrine into Sculler. I think stopping their 3-drop this way is good. Plus, it uses my mana more efficiently. Okay, here's the Reprieve. Sure. There's also a decent chance next turn that I go Silent Clearing, Mother of Runes, Shieldred's Edict you if they play something good. If they don't play anything, then I'll probably just play the Sculler. Well, I'm not going to Shieldred's Edict with Raven Inspector, though. It does make Shieldred's Edict a lot worse. Forest doesn't actually help me cast all my spells in the way I want, so let's play Silent Clearing. Play around Mana Tithe. Might as well. What do they have left? Bitter Triumph, Lingering Souls, Harvester of Misery. Okay. Kind of annoying. I think I just take the Lingering Souls. Because if I take one of these, they just cast Lingering Souls next turn. And then I play Mother of Runes, and they have to deal with both of these. I guess I could take Harvester, but they could Triumph into Harvester. And now, if they don't draw a land, are they going to crack this clue? Oh, they cracked the clue, leaving not black mana up, so they must have already drawn black? I guess so. They could also wait and not play anything here to try to make it so Harvester kills both my creatures, which is fine. I'd probably just put Lurrus into hand and then play Lotus Field. They're paying 3 life. They're Bitter Triumphing. Okay, that works for me. And no attacks. They're at 16. Walking Ballista. I don't hate that. Let's hit. Don't think it makes sense to play Lingering Souls here because of the Harvester. So let's put Lurrus into my hand and then play Lotus Field. And I actually think I sack the Silent Clearing here. I don't think I'm in a position to need to sack it to draw a card anytime soon. And I think I'll be tapping my mana a lot here. They have 2 cards in hand. One's Harvester. They can free their Lingering Souls by casting it. Or they can play something else. Are they animating? Oh, they're playing Palantir. And their last card's Harvester. Okay. Good to know. I'm certainly not going to let them draw a card this turn. And I guess what I would like to find, obviously a way to kill Palantir would be nice. Let's see. I just want to see how many cards they leave on top, just out of curiosity. Next turn, I really can't play 2 bottom. Okay, you do not draw a card. Oh, they bottomed and revealed Oliphant. Okay. Well, beats Thalia. I mean, Harvester in hand is kind of annoying here for sure. Send for 2. They go to 12. I think I just play Thalia here. Prompt them to cast the Harvester, and then end of turn I'll Shieldred's Edict the Harvester away, and then play Lurrus. I can't really do anything if they do nothing rather. If they didn't have Palantir in play, I could see kind of just slow playing, but it doesn't really do me any good to keep all of those cards in my hand. So Restless Vent. Okay, that's interesting. I guess I'll let them discard, I assume not Harvester here. Okay, I go to 7. Because there's Menace, I can't block it. And I'm not using my mana, now they get to Palantir. Well, I think I'm going to let them draw a card now. I don't think I'm in a good position to do otherwise. I would like to draw a land this turn, because if I draw a land, I can play a 3/3 Ballista, which is big enough that it doesn't die to Harvester, and then attack. Well, I'd attack them first, but okay. What do you got here? Bottom Oliphant, huh? 2 top. Yeah, you can draw a card. I will also draw. Okay, Strip Mine is not bad. One of the better lands I could draw, actually. I still think I'm not going to strip this turn because I'm going to play Walking Ballista. Wow, they're just taking it. Okay, they're committed to keeping their Thraben Inspector alive. Okay. 3/3 Ballista. Pass the turn. I mean, they're getting pretty close to just dying. They do have to watch out here. I guess if they attack with Thraben Inspector, I have to take it because of Harvester. And then next turn, they go look, if they can't play anything on the same turn as Harvester, if they just go Harvester, kill your 2 things, go. I get to untap, Shieldred's Edict the Harvester, play Lingering Souls, and if I've drawn a land, I also get to strip mine like Restless Vents, I guess. They only have 1 green source in Razor Verge, but I don't really know what green cards they have, so I don't think I can afford to do that. Inti. Okay. Interesting. All right. They can discard a card. They discard Hostile Investigator. I'm like really confused as to how these are to plays. Caustic Bronco was the revealed card. Okay, now I'll just block here. What's going on with this play? Okay. Were they really hoping to hit a land or something to cast the Harvester? Now they could -2/-2 on my Ballista if they want, but that's fine. If that happens, I guess I'll just ping my opponent for 1 and their Harvester's gone. Okay, they're casting a Caustic Bronco here. Discarding Harvester does let them trigger Inti, which is pretty good. And then now they're gonna discard the Harvester, target the Ballista, exile Adeline, and I guess I'll nug them for 1. All right, well that was, I think, Interesting set of plays to make. They also played the Bronco before doing that. So what if they exiled a good card to play with Inti's ability? They wouldn't be able to play it. Adeline they couldn't have cast anyway, so it didn't end up mattering. I do have to give them a card here. I don't care what are they left cards on top or bottom at this point. It doesn't really matter. Mox Opal's not actually bad. Oh, wait, I have Thalia in play. Hold on. They're at 5. I have 5 mana. Opal's break even. Sorry, they're at 7, not 5. I could attack with both. I kind of like attacking with both. I don't know what they have in hand. I mean, I guess I will look. They put 2 on top. I don't love that. I'm going to attack here and see what they do. Because trading either card for Tide Hollow Sculler, I think, is something I'm okay with. I don't mind them casting Lingering Souls here. If they double block Thalia, that would be sick. Okay, so they're just taking it down to 3. And I think I go Lurrus. I guess because of Thalia, when I can play the Mox Opal, it's break even on mana, like I said. I do want to play Lurrus. And do I want to play Ballista or do I want to play Mother of Runes? I think Ballista is going to be better. And given that I'm not spending this last mana, I think I just discard the Restless Vents here. Or rather, strip mine the Restless Vents. Okay. Let's see how this goes. I mean, if they kill Lurrus, they can attack for up to 5. They could saddle the Bronco, but at this point, they don't know what their top card is, so it's not like that's a guaranteed damage source. And then having a Ballista in play, which can attack for a decent amount, is interesting. We'll see how this goes. This is going to be pretty close. Okay, they have 2 cards in hand. They kept them both on top with Palantir, which could just mean they have a casting cost. Like they might have wanted to get me if I tried to deny them the cards, but I don't really know. They're kind of just like Mardu's stuff is what it looks like right now. I've got a Lurrus, which is a fantastic blocker because of the lifelink. I mean, there's a lot of cards that could kill me in this spot for sure. K-Command would be pretty annoying. Thalia probably makes things a little bit more challenging to do too much in the same turn. Minsk and Boo. Okay. Don't think that's... We'll see what happens here. This might not work as well as they think. Are they going to put the counters on the Boo? I have a Ballista in play, so they can minus it to do something, but that doesn't really do a whole lot either. I feel like I'm in great shape now. I guess if minus Boo, trade Bronco for Lurrus. Ballista kind of trades for Boo. They're at 3, these two. Okay, they can saddle that, sure. Yeah, all right. I guess attack and reveal the top card. Okay, so they're going to discard a card, I assume. I'm not going to be able to play this card. But the thing is, even if they hit something really big with Caustic Bronco, which they kind of did, they revealed Parallax Wave. I'm at 3. I mean, now I just block with Lurrus. All right, well, we 2-1 there. Last opponent just made plays at random, which was unfortunate, but you know, those things happen. And this is a really nice Lurrus deck. Like, it's got Lurrus, it's got Urza's Saga, Mox Opal, if you saw the games, was excellent. Like, it was always on, basically. You know, a nice suite of artifacts for this Urza's Saga. I love having Mother of Runes, Esper Sentinel, Benevolent Bodyguard to protect Lurrus. Reanimate's a great card in these decks. Vindicate, Pest Infestation, Lingering Souls, some kind of expensive sorceries, which is good. Balance never really came into play, but there was plenty of times when it would have been good. Thalia, well, I kind of led me astray. That was my fault. And really good mana plus Karaka. So this is an excellent Lurrus deck, an excellent no-power Lurrus deck. I think if I could add one non-piece of power, like, not like a busted card, like obviously a Bowmasters or something would be also great. But if I could add one like kind of like mid-pack card, it would be like a Duress or Inquisition, just something against spells. this Lurrus decks tend to be a little bit over-prepared for creatures. Portable Hole and like Shield of Dam, Vindicate, all that. I did have Pick Your Poison. I think that was a good splash. And overall, very solid deck. I kind of threw round one. Could have maybe won it. Who knows? Their deck was very good. And we got the next two. So that'll do it for today. I appreciate you hanging out and watching me draft Lurrus. I do really like this deck. I'm always so happy to put Lurrus in my sideboard. Such a fun card. And I'll be back tomorrow. Can't promise it'll be a Lurrus deck, but I can promise it'll be good times. Hope to see you there. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to hit that like and subscribe button. It helps out the channel, and you won't miss a single draft.